evening. My name is Lucas and I'll be your examiner today. How are you feeling?
I'm a little worried.
Oh, don't be worried.
I'm
Okay.
feeling good.
Okay, great. Can I have your mark sheets, please? They're downstairs. No worries. Let's start with candidate A. What's your name, please?
My name's Nick.
Okay, how old are you, Nick?
I'm 11 years. No, I'm 12 years old actually.
12 years old. Oh, you hesitated a bit. When's your birthday?
My birthday is 19 September.
The 19th of September. Oh, I see. So it's next month. And candidate B, what's your name?
My name is Lincoln.
And how old are you?
I am 12 years old.
So you're both 12 years old. Thank you very much. Nick, where do you live?
I live in Thủ Đức City and I live in the Mumbai Street.
I see.
Turn.
Is it far away from YOLO English? How long does it take you to get here?
There are two ways and there's a small road and a big road. I usually ride a bike to the small road to here because small road will have less traffic and it's easy to me to ride on it.
No way. So you cycle here?
Yeah.
You ride your bicycle here. That's great.
And it
That's
usually take like 7 to 10 minutes to cycle here.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you live with your family?
Yes, I do. I live with my dad, my mom, and my little brother.
Okay. How old is he?
He's 6 years old.
Oh, okay. Great. Do you get along well?
Yes, I think.
All the time?
No.
Not really. Okay. Lincoln, what about you? Could you tell us where you live?
I live in Thủ Đức City and I can cycle to YOLO English Center. It just took only about 1 or 3 minutes.
Wow, you're so close.
My house is in the 10th Street up Khu Hồng Long.
I see. Wow, that's amazing. Do you cycle together? Do you and Nick cycle together?
Sometimes
Rarely.
we cycle together.
Rarely.
Rarely. But sometimes you do. Is it okay for me to say that you are both neighbors?
No.
No.
No. Okay. Fair enough. Now, let's talk about your favorite teacher. Lincoln, could you tell us about your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher name is David. He is about 35 years old and he is also a teacher in English YOLO Center. He is like an old teacher of me that teach me before you and other teacher. I like him because his teaching is very simple and I can understand everything he say, and it is very important to me because when I learn grammar or writing, if like the teacher say difficult words, sometimes I can't understand it, and teacher David talks very simple words, I can understand the words that he say.
All right, that makes sense. How long have you been studying with teacher David?
I have been studying with teacher David for about like 1.5 years.
1.5 years. Wow, that's amazing. Right. Nick, have you got a favorite teacher?
Yes, I do, and my favorite teacher is David too. Yeah. Actually, can say the teacher David in his way to teach is very simple, and he is always care to his student. I remember one time when I first learned with him, he is always care about me and give me anything he know, like give the meaning of the word that I don't know. That's mean a lot to me.
That's great. Does he speak Vietnamese?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's also helpful. I need to
usually use mobile phone 1 hour a day.
Really? Only 1 hour?
Yeah, because there's nothing to do with my phone. Just chat with my friend and do some Duolingo.
Do some...
Duolingo.
Ah, you use Duolingo. Right. Do you study English with Duolingo?
Yes, I do.
Lincoln, how about you? How often do you use a mobile phone?
I don't have a mobile phone, so I don't use a mobile phone. I use a laptop instead. I use laptop about 10 hours a day because in my school, using a laptop to study is very important. You need to have a laptop to study in that school. Like you study about math, you need to know what is math and how does math work. Like you have the test online too, and the teacher don't have to give the paper to you. I use the computer to study too. I use the app OLM to study English, math, and literature and history too.
Is this an app that you only use at school, or is it accessible for everyone? This OLM?
Yes.
Did I get it right?
It is accessible app for everyone.
Oh.
I can change language into English or Vietnamese.
Wow, that's amazing. Nick, do you know this app?
No.
I'll do my research later. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the second part of the test. I'd like each of you to talk on your own about something. Let's start with photograph number 1. As you already know, it shows someone helping out. Lincoln, I'd like you to tell us what you can see in the photograph. You might start now, and please don't worry if I interrupt you.
In my opinion, there is two people in this picture, a woman and an older man. I think the older man is about 50 to 60 years old, and he don't look much old. He is using like a stick, that's Hot wheel, to help him to go out. And I think they are waiting for the red line of the people walking. When it is a green light, I think they can go. I think it is in the morning or in the late afternoon, because in the morning there's still not a few people, and in the late afternoon there's also a few people, but the sky is already dark. And I think here is in England, because they always wear sweaters and jeans. That is warmer clothes. And I think it is the season is the fall.
Why do you think that is? Is it because of the trees in the background?
Because of the leaves. In the fall, the leaves usually yellow and orange.
Turn yellow.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let's look at the second picture. Nick, this is your photograph. As you can tell, it shows people working together. Please talk about this picture. You may start now, and don't worry if I interrupt you.
In the picture, the first thing I can say is a group of 4 people are working on a work. I don't exactly know what a work, but I think it's a family work. When I look to be more specific, I think they are siblings, because the first girl and the third girl has the same pose, and think they can have a chance to be the sister. Also, 3 of them, there are 3 of the first them have the same color, and the last one have to be the relative. And why I don't think they are not school, because the thing I don't think the point I don't think that they are at school because they are lying down on the floor, and I don't know what the law in the other country, but in my country, most you can't lying on the floor in most school, and you have to wear a uniform in the school.
Oh, I see. Is it really not allowed to lay down on the floor at the school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I've been to so many schools where my students were laying down, usually during break time. Thank you both. Now, let's look at part 3. Now in this part you're going to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. Let me describe a situation to you. Your class wants to start an environmental activity club to save the environment. Here are some ideas for club activities you could do. Talk together about the different activities that might be good to do in the club and decide which activity is most useful. Alright? Now, talk together. You may start now. Don't worry if I interrupt you.
Hello. I think that if you share if you plant the trees, not just plant one trees, and you need to plant like a jungle. If you just plant one trees, it won't help much in the city air. But if you plant a jungle, the jungle will reduce the carbon dioxide and give our city more oxygen.
I think riding a bike is use clean energy is a good idea too. Use clean energy is the easiest way to protect the environmental, because bike not discharge any smoke, and when you ride a car, the smoke that is discharged create carbon dioxide in the air and make the world warmer. I think it's called global warming. And the global warming get into many problems, like many icebergs are melt because of high degree. Many many forests are burned because of global warming. I think this is a good idea too.
Your opinion is good, but I have some ideas that I dislike. So I think the sort trash is a better idea than your idea, because you need to sort the trash. You can't put plastic in the organic bin. When you put plastic in the organic bin, it can't. If you want to make a food for the plant, when you put plastic in the organic, the plant can't have the good thing in the organic, and it can also die. If you sort the trash in a very good way, it will help the planet to get more green, and you can reduce and reuse something from it.
Your point is good, but I don't think it's a really good point. I think pick up the trash is a better idea, because
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Lincoln, are you a member of any club?
Yes. I am a member of the environmental club of my classroom.
Really?
Yes.
What do you guys do?
We usually sort the trash out, and we usually do some activities to get the Ho Chi Minh City more like a greener city and a beautiful city.
That's amazing. Do you think we should all be doing more environmental activities?
Yes, because when we do more environmental activities, we can spread it for everyone, so that everyone can have the knowledge of what is important and how to protect the environment.
Thank you. Nick, what do you think is the biggest environmental problem in Vietnam nowadays?
I think it's forest fire, because forest fire will create a lot of smoke, and the smoke will create carbon dioxide, make the global warming that I said before. And when a forest fire happens, many trees will get burned, and less tree and will get less oxygen. And
How
weather.
can we prevent it? How can we deal with this problem?
I think the things we can do now is update the security in the forest, like build a firefighter beside the forest to make it more useful. And I think
Lincoln, do you agree that this is the biggest problem when it comes to the environmental situation in Vietnam?
No, there are many dangerous more situation in Vietnam, like when you pollute it, when you don't sort out the trash and you throw the plastic in the river or throw the other not good things in the river, the recycle water center will recycle your water, but it just recycle almost clean, not as clean. There's some bacteria in it, and I think sometimes when you drink that water, you can feel ill if you don't have like clean water machines in your family.
I see. Nick, do you do anything to protect the environment yourself? What do you do?
I don't usually do, because there are not many problems in my place, because in my place there are cleaning squad that cleaning every morning in the early morning. So, and what I do is pick up trash, and they use a truck to pick up the bag of trash many people in the people house.
Do you think children should learn more about the environment at school, or do you learn enough? Well, do children and teenagers learn enough?
Personally, I think I'm learning enough, but I think children like 5 to 10 need to learn more. I can see many children playing in the playground near my house, but they are usually drink milk and they just throw it, not throw in the trash in the bin.
It is a big problem, right? But I guess it all takes time to do so. Thank you very much for taking part.
Thank you.
Speaking test, we both did fairly well.